Ladies and gentlemen, all fairy tale fans around the globe, it's time for them spoilers again, and I've got to say, 487, we got some stuff going in there. And I said we got 1, 2, 3, 4, we got about 8 pages worth of material to actually talk about with this, and some translations coming in. So I'm apologising that I'm late with this. I know this has been out for a couple hours. I actually ended up having a cool reunion with a friend. I know it ain't much of an excuse, but yeah, that I would always talk about some fairy tale. And I always say, God, I'm sure a lot of you guys get tired of me hearing this, but if you don't want to get spoiled, then you know where to go. Bye-bye, goodbye, sayonara, bye, woo! That's enough, we're going to be here. So, the first thing we're actually going to talk about is the cover page between, Gajeel and Levy, and you get to see Lucy and that. Come on. HIRO, are you really, are you really trying to hide it? Although, I've got to say though, Gajeel, he looks like he's just been knocking them boots around a bit with, Levy there, because she's there, very skimpy outfit like that, it's like last time when we saw, a picture of, Gajeel and Levy, we saw, oh yeah, that was his belt there, and it's just, Levy just looked like she woke up out of Gajeel's bed, and I'm like, they be busy, them be busy right there, and it's definitely, they're forcing that right there. Nice to see, the Lucy and Natsu thing being there. And another cool thing that we can talk about is that there is a crossover, which, I don't know that that's, the full details on there, but apparently there is going to be a crossover between Fairy Tail and Fire Brigade of Flames. If people don't know, what exactly Fire Brigade of Flames is, it is from the same creator as Soul Eater. He did, doing a new weekly manga, Fire Brigade Flames. I read quite a bit of it. I was actually really enjoying it. I kind of liked it, and it kind of made sense. Hey, they're both fire users, so it's hey, they just have a collaboration. I think that's actually really cool. The two are actually getting a collaboration together. I remember Fairy Tail having a collaboration with Nanatsu no Taizai when that first came out, because I remember he was what was it? It was a big inspiration for him, and it's the two are magic users. So it's hey, let's be in the both same magazine, woo, So I actually really think that's a cool idea that they're actually doing that. I was oh, that's a real cool thing, because I know they're in the same magazine, so that would be really cool. So I'm looking forward to what they've got in mind, in the future for Fire Brigade and Flames and that, because that'll be the push that they need. Now we can also talk as well, talking about the actual translation parts of itself, and I'm going to talk about the kind of big chunk of that we got with the August stuff. With the first panel that we can see is that they arrived with Big Happy. August is there, and you can see that confronting him, and it seems like August is asking questions, and I have got the translations that we have on notes. I'll read them as soon as we've gone through every single panel of this. But we see that, after all of them are arriving, and then on the next page, from what it looks like, that they're talking about it, and I think, which I can think kind of confirms all of the translations, is that Natsu and all of them are kind of confirmed. It's yeah, August, he's beyond, a fucking next level for this thing, and it seems for what Brandish is trying to say, it's oh, by the way, so, I want you to kind of leave this war and all that. It's I don't see why we're kind of fighting this, and August is just yeah, I don't give a shit. So it doesn't seem like negotiations are going too well from that shit, and just Natsu looks like he's getting ready to have a little bit of a rumble, so I'm pretty excited. It's yeah, let's go and fight with that. Now we can get into the translations, which I was pretty much for the majority right on. August is saying to Brandish, what is the meaning of this? And Brandish said, I came to negotiate with you. August then replying, has Jacob been killed? Brandish replying, he was defeated by them, he is not dead, he became a prisoner of war. And then Brandish saying, what about God Serena? You were supposed to be together, right? We are indeed together. That's, is he just, I know, he's flat out lying, but what does he mean? It's does he know, maybe, God Serena is maybe still alive? I mean, I felt like they would have done something to God Serena. It's hey man, you okay? When I push him around a little bit, poke, want to go there? And that was the kind of interesting thing about it, and kind of confirmation that Lucy and Natsu were kind of confirming it. Brandish's magic power is amazing, but August's magic power is much more than that. And Mest is saying, are you both insane? This is in a totally different dimension. What the hell is with this magical power at all? And August saying, well, then what's the whole meaning by this negotiations there? What is going to? And Brandish is I want us to withdraw from this war. And August is going from what I can see, your parents hasn't shown any signs of being tortured. If there is something, then it would be the fact that you have betrayed us. And Brandish is denying this, saying that I have not become a traitor. I am a human of Alvarez, and I don't feel like there's any point to this war. And August just keeps going, there is merely it means a betrayal towards our majesty. We've devoted our lives to the majesty. And just Brandish keeps going saying, I don't understand the meaning of our majesty fight. Why does he want to fight? And just August replying, there is a reason apart from they're just our enemies. And I was wow, August, for being a wise, massive guy and all that, then you kind of just have had like, oh, but there are enemies though, so like, so that kind of happened. Then we return to the Northern Theory front, where we get to see like all of them, Mira Jane, Elfman, Lizana, all the Sabretooth, they're fighting off like all the people. Strange enough, we haven't seen them go against like any of like from what we've seen, the Leans people from this, and like the rest of it is Gajeel and Levy going against Bradman, and Bradman transforming into some creepy fucking demon form, which I was like, whoa, that looks really fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie, he looks like just this pimper version of Ghost Rider. I was like, that's a really good design. I really like that. I want to see more of that because that was really goddamn serious. And now we can go into the translations of that. In the Northern Theory, Gajeel saying, are you really alright, this magical particle energy? And they saying the solid script mask is perfect, nothing can get through it. And Bradman, in the first seal, the magical power is absorbed by the magic particles. In the second seal, the door of the land of the dead is opened by a field of corpses. In the third seal, the god of death falls a decision about your life. If you walked upon the third seal, you cannot return anymore. That is the world of the living ones. Gajeel replying, it doesn't matter how much you show off your intimidation like that. Your magical power ain't great. The other 12 have much more pressure force, you know. And Bradman was like controlling, what I control is the power of curse. So I was like, okay. So one thing is like, I'm a little bit upset that like the third seal thing wasn't anything to do with Aline. I was a little bit upset. I was like, okay, I kind of wish that Aline was like the whole big like focus point on the chapter. Like, you know, oh, she released a seal on the earth. Mind you, she could still have a big part of this chapter going into it, but finding out that like Bradman works, like there's someone on the Spriggans that works on curse power than they do on magical power, and that was like, oh, that's actually really awesome. That's like, he's not just like, Zerath has not just got magic users, he's just like, yeah, I just got a demon inside like here as well. So, you know, that would make sense. It's like also, you know, the book of Zerath and everything. So it's like, or maybe this might have been just like human that just worked around and say, hey, I'll learn a curse. Although I gotta say, his transformation looks really fucking badass. I'm really curious to see, like, I still think my theory is going to be right on that. Gajeel's probably going to absorb some of this magical particle stuff that he's got around him. And I just like the fact that is Gajeel and Levy going against Bradman. I like that, you know, this is a tag team going. The first time we've seen them going against, I like, because the only other times that we've seen Levy in a fight is when they were like fighting those two weird like Grimyar Heart members, like, and all she did was just like, hey, here's some iron. So like, I think it's about goddamn time that Levy had a moment in this series. I think that they're really putting on our heads and they're saying, hey, like, here's like a bunch of stuff from it. And mind you though, the reason we probably got a lot more pages to talk about the spoilers than we did is probably because we are going to have a 25 color, you know, like spread. So I'm really goddamn happy about that. So we're going to get to that, probably explain why we're getting a bunch of stuff, and then the announcement of the Fire Brigade of Flames like crossover, which I'm like, that's awesome. You know, we're getting that. There's a lot of goodness in this chapter, so I honestly have good like feelings that this is going to be a great chapter. Honestly, I love the color spread. I love the material that we got out there. Negotiations don't seem to be going too well with August, so we might have a little bit of a clash right there with Natsu, Lucy. Maybe Brandish might be able to get involved with that, so we'll have to see. But, you know, just kind of like, you know, come on, Gajeel. Just, you know, just let it out to everyone right now that you two are, you know, seeing each other. Same thing with like Natsu and Lucy. Just, you know, just confess your feelings. Get it all over and done with. I don't know. If people though want to see some more about some Gajeel though, I'm going to link you at the bottom right around there, and the link probably is an annotation up there. You can see the Gajeel Dragon Force transformation that I did like in the discussion for that theory. I really did enjoy that one, and I thought that was an absolute blast to do. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Now that we've got all these fair like stuff coming out of here, definitely am looking forward to when this comes out on Monday. Always gotta love my fairy tale goodness and all that. Gotta love just every day and all that when fairy tale comes out and all that. Even when I get the spoilers and all that, I know it's kind of spoiling a little bit ahead of the manga for me and all that, the what comes out. But I always get a little bit of joy when fairy tale comes out, so I definitely enjoy doing these videos and I definitely enjoy doing the chapters. But I don't know, maybe like instead of doing a collaboration like HIRO, like, you know, that with Fire Brigade Flame makes me happy. How about, you know, I don't know, season 3, like, how about you just like let us know what this new project is already, because, you know, we've been waiting for a while. So here's to hoping that we hear from it soon. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But that is all for the fairy tale goodness I can spare for you guys today. But that's all for me, so I will catch you guys next time.